team, but you cannot count out Spacestation into game one of a best-of-7 for a spot in the grand finals of Season 8. Start things off with Garrett trying to get involved. That shot, or rather dunk, goes wide. Spacestation's turn. Here's Arsenal, pass one. This one's dangerous, floating above the box. Cleared away by Garrett. Now Justin, so dangerous in this position, takes a second touch, off the back wall, follow-ups there for Turbo, and NRG take the lead.
And I guess the duo is back, but Justin pretty much did this all himself with the follow-up dunk. Air dribble down to Turbo Pulse, so he's in the best position. And that's how they start off this series.
And that's the way you want to do it if you're NRG. Justin to carry it across, and Turbo to put it away. Spacestation trying to get things figured out. It's a wide open net. AXB ties it up.
Typical, the response, the aggression just takes out the goalkeeper. And what a pass there from Arsenal. He read the play well, knew the demo was coming in, and then set up AXB to have a wide open shot. That was everybody involved on the pitch.
And you like to see Spacestation responding back extremely quickly. Less than 10 seconds after giving one up. NRG lets one in.
You can already tell this matchup is going to be so close. Both teams within grasps of the grand final.
And for Spacestation, it became more and more of a realization that they could do it as the season went on. There's a shot coming out for Justin. NRG putting on the pressure. Garrett with the second touch off the back wall. Back post shot, it goes wide off the post. Comes across the net again. And Spacestation, that fourth man in the post, saving him. And now back the other way. Spacestation threatening. Turbo Pulsa with the save and a demolition by Garrett. Typical, couldn't keep a hold. As a shot comes through, nobody there from NRG, and Spacestation gets their second.
An early shot on here. There was no boost to follow it up off the ceiling. Justin just lobbed it over to the side. And nobody's home, like literally at all. NRG just caught off guard.
Turbo landed and then went for boost instead of going back to the net. He didn't expect a shot to come so soon.
I mean, I didn't expect the rotation from Garrett to come in. I didn't really see where he was on the pitch. Somebody should have been rotating out unless he just went for a challenge.
So a miscue for NRG, and Spacestation will take advantage. Still plenty of time. Here's Turbo to pick this one up. Cleared away. Now Garrett from the midfield looking for Justin. He has his man. Justin turns off as the clear comes through for AXB, and Spacestation now trying to craft something downfield. Justin does well to beat the first defender. And Spacestation now trying to gather the ball, but it's dunked away by Justin, going towards the net, saved on the goal line by Arsenal. And Garrett keeping it on. Justin, back post shot, it goes in, NRG tied it up.
And Justin is just ruthless with these dunks, and then the rotation to turn in and go for the second shot. He doesn't care how many shots it's gonna take. He's gonna get a goal.
Things were a little bit dicey there for Spacestation Gaming. And NRG staying with the play even after the initial save. And now Justin trying to find his third. Arsenal now. This one blocked away by Garrett, but it's straight back to Spacestation. As it's a fight for the midfield at the moment. Justin beats one. Picked up by Arsenal. And for Spacestation, cannot let NRG lock them in. NRG does such a good job of keeping teams on their own side and spreading the defense. And Turbo gets the third for NRG.
You talked about locking them in, and that's exactly what NRG did. The aggression, the bump play a little bit there to throw up that defender. A good revenge play after NRG basically just got scored on pretty similarly.
And for Spacestation, the defense there lacking to stop that attack. 2-3 touches come through for NRG. Cannot let them pick you apart.
I mean, earlier on as well, when Spacestation took a heavy loss, they were just getting starved out. Arsenal had no boost the entire time. And NRG, if they can get into that rhythm, get into that pressure, that could be so fatal for Spacestation and everything they have in the playbook.
Looking for a response now from Spacestation. They've been able to put something special together throughout this tournament when they needed it most, and it's come off the back of Arsenal a few times. Here's Justin This one's cleared away. And everyone went from Space Station a little jumpy here on the defensive side. Turbo Pulse goes near post, past the last defender.
I love the pace of Turbo Pulse on this play. I thought maybe he was going to go for a mind game. He caught it perfectly. And then he instantly turns in to go for the shot. It did look like maybe a fake when it came out, but Turbo, no hesitation, brute force, and he nails the bottom right corner.
A hat trick for Turbo, and Garrett's assisted the last 3 for NRG. And now Space Station with a minute and a half left. Time becomes a factor here in game 1. You've let 2 go now, and NRG have really found their form. Past the halfway point, here's Turbo on the dribble, up and over 1. AXB's got to go backwards to get it. It's back down to Turbo. And he does keep this ball away of AXB. This one goes by Sipical as well, and he'll get demoed. The clear does come through. Garrett popping this one up. NRG just lobbing the ball at the defense of Space Station, and they are struggling to track the play.
This is the starvation that's coming out. NRG, even Justin right there, the demo plays, Justin getting in front of the ball, and then now Garrett G puts one on net. This is the result of so much pressure.
And another opportunity. Garrett can't get a hold of it, but NRG, it's not even that first chance that's so scary. It's the second and third that Space Station are just not staying with. The follow-up from Turbo, still dangerous. He's going to try and knock this one down. Justin was rotating out. Turbo lands on top of one. Sipical now picking it up. Space Station feels like forever as they move down the field, finally breaking out of their end. It's been so tough for them to break out, and back they go. Garrett, he's going to try and pick this one up. Trying to get the dunk, can't do so. Turbo on the shot. It's lofted towards net. And Space Station hanging on here with 10 seconds left. It might be all she wrote for game 1. In the corner now, Turbo's just going to let this one die. Arsenal towards his own net. And with that, game 1 will go to NRG as soon as the ball touches the ground, and it does.
A dominant showing from NRG. So much possession, so much pressure. Space Station were just getting starved out of their mind. Literally every corner boost was taken. Justin doing a great job of getting in front of clears, getting in front of the defenders who would try and at least alleviate the pressure at all. They couldn't get anything going besides the beginning. And Turbo, he was so strong so far with being that support player, and then also the cleanup, rotating in, having that final shot, and securing goals like this.
And I think that's where NRG is really finding the success.
Yeah.
It's not that first
so
attempt,
clutch.
but the cleanup, like you said, has been so strong. 13 shots to 4 in favor of NRG in this game, and that's really painting the picture for this first game 1 in the best of 7 here.
And I mean, look at the smiles from Turbo as well. They're having a great time. The pressure is really off their shoulders because you got funny man Turbo up there just goofing around, having a great time. And they're also locked in. They have found this perfect middle ground of focus, precision, but also, you know, being lighthearted up there, you know, finding a way to, I guess, not care as much and just play. Exactly.
Yeah, relax.
Which is so hard.
It's funny, you know, we talk about the move to bring Turbo onto this NRG team. It wasn't just because he was a great player. He does bring an atmosphere that facilitates
it's unique. It's
great
so unique.
gameplay, and that's for a player like Justin, a young guy who's been a special player his entire very young career. Turbo's a great mentor and a great player to have on your team to keep your head in the game.
Without a doubt.
And speaking of keeping your head in the game, Space Station now down by 1, trying to stay in it. Down by 1 in the series, rather. And they have had a couple good looks halfway through game 1, but after that, NRG just took over.
Yeah.
Here's Sipical off the back wall, read by Garrett. Now Turbo looking for Justin. He does get the touch. Read well here by Arsenal. Boost to work with as he goes up the side wall. Garrett comes barreling through. Turbo dunks it over 1. And NRG can't go with the third man. Justin has to go back. Garrett picks this one up now. Space Station looking for that offense. Looking for midfield control. Looking for the opportunity. Arsenal. It's Arsenal on the shot. Tough save by Justin. Follow up with Sipical. He's out of boost. Looking for one more. AXB win. He couldn't get a touch. Arsenal, big touch here. He couldn't catch back up to it. That'll be the attack for Space Station.
Oh,
here's Turbo. I don't know what that was, but it works for Turbo.
You love to see it when a play like this unfolds because he didn't get the flick. It didn't look pretty, but instead he just tumbles in.
That's
to the defender.
It's the most turbo goal I've ever seen.
And man, you gotta hand it to him. It was executed well. Might not have been what his first initial thought was.
With his reaction, absolutely not.
Oh yeah.
You can't help but laugh. And NRG take a 1-0 lead here.
And that's tilting. That'll drain your mentality if you're Spacestation.
And for Spacestation now, you got to be careful. Can't let NRG run away with it.
Yeah. You can't get stuck like we just saw.
We saw some good stuff early on in game one. The responses quickly downfield.
Yep.
See if they can do it again. Spacestation in the final third. Typical goes backwards. Garrett almost got over. Justin the shot on target and down under the crossbar. 2-0 lead for NRG.
The punishing from NRG. They had such a small window. You can see AXP and Typical. They're so close to each other. They're bunched up. Justin had to make a difficult shot right there in the midfield. And with that small window of opportunity, they capitalize.
So now a 2-0 lead opens up in the first 2 minutes. And Spacestation nowhere to be found on the offensive front. Really only one solid attempt.
Yeah.
Maybe one more here as Typical couldn't catch it coming down, and a long clear to space. AXB's got to go into his own corner. Here's AXB stuffed by Justin. And Turbo comes through to clean it up and keep possession for NRG. Typical trying to stay with it. Justin comes through. Second touch off the back wall. Garrett's there, but he just couldn't get up high enough. And a counterattack on for Spacestation.
And it's not good enough. Just giving away possession. They had the pass. They had somebody downfield, but it just wasn't on target. And still another almost close attempt and a dunk from Garrett G.
Couple of close calls there for NRG. Yeah. The dunk being the second. Garrett still, you can see NRG doing so well to control the corners on the Spacestation side as well. They're really funneling Spacestation to the middle of the field, and that third man's just eating it up right now. Here's Arsenal. Just giving away again. Justin will take advantage off the back wall. No touch.
The demo.
The demo comes through. Open net for Turbo Pulsar.
Justin, when he's not making an incredible shot and putting it on target, he's going for a demo and helping out his team in another way. Turbo playing the cleanup man, the garbage guy. He's out here just throwing it away, and he seals it.
And that's the first goal not assisted by Garrett since the first goal of the game. Excuse me, of the series. Here's Justin. Now Turbo, great pass down to Garrett, but Spacestation read it. Justin, another attempt. Saved away by Typical. Arsenal, he's been quiet, not only on the offense, but also on the demo front. Haven't really seen anything out of him. Turbo, shot down, saved away by Typical. Arsenal just trying to throw it towards the midfield, but Garrett's so quick. It'll pick up the mid boost as the clear comes through for Spacestation. Straight back to Justin. He pushes it over to Garrett. Garrett looking up the back wall. A second touch for Garrett. It almost gets it in, saved away by Arsenal.
And at this point, Spacestation, they're just getting tested right now on defense. No plays coming through. This could be an opportunity.
Oh, it goes in for Arsenal. The defender was there for NRG, but he just couldn't make contact.
And that touch from Justin just wasn't enough. Typical on the other side there to receive it. Didn't quite find the shot on net, but the post bounce was good enough. Arsenal, he responds, and now they only trail by 2 goals, a minute left.
The first goal for Spacestation since the 3:37 mark in game 1, and the follow-up there from Typical almost finding its way in. A great pass out, but no follow-up there from Spacestation. Justin able to clear it away.
Oh, it's a big dunk.
Arsenal does get a piece of it. It'll keep NRG on their own half. Here's AXB. A second touch, can't get it. It comes straight out to Typical. NRG will take advantage. This shot on target from Turbo Pulse, and a big miss there from Arsenal, and a 4-1 lead for NRG.
Just slight over-aggression. Turbo, again, finding the smallest window of opportunity to get a goal and punish SSG. Just booming it over the defender. And that's a huge safety net that Turbo just crafted himself.
It's really a non-threatening touch there from Turbo. You feel like Spacestation should have made the touch there.
Yeah.
And now at 20 seconds, Spacestation not looking so good here in game 2. Garrett pass across to nobody as they're just running the clock down.
Final 10.
NRG want to get through this series as fast as possible. This one just going to touch the ground. End of game 2, a 4-1 victory for NRG.
And Spacestation, I mean, they cannot break out of their own half, it feels like. They had a couple more opportunities this game. A bit of a slower start. Even last game, I felt like they started stronger. Spacestation, their only goal was off of a punishment from Justin's poor clear. But other than that, let's take another look at Turbo's flick. They didn't even want it. He just had to go for the demo at that point.
This will be legendary for Turbo Pulsa. That flick, the Turbo flick.
Yeah. And this has happened so many times, whether you like it or not. When you can't get the flick, you're still going to keep rolling.
And look at the reaction to the player cam there. I mean, they know exactly what they just witnessed.
Yeah.
And they'll take it. In the end, they put up 3 more, and NRG, I can only compliment them at this point for you, Turtle. If you're on Spacestation, if you're Coach Chrome right now,
oh man,
what do you say to your team?
It's a difficult call because Spacestation, you know, they're going up against NRG, who is dominant with staying calm, holding pressure, and like you said, I love the phrasing, locking them in their own half. That is all their game plan for NRG. And as Spacestation, you have to disrupt them. Arsenal has to find a way to get boost, and I think the main thing I'll be focusing on it is the conservation of that boost. You know, you have got to stop spamming boost all over the place and make sure you're picking up as many pads as you can. Focus on that priority, because if NRG is locking you down and you have no boost, that is where the punishments will come in, and that's what we've seen.
Let's see if Spacestation can turn it around. On to game 3. NRG have been rolling through the first 2 games. It's been 8-3 in total in the scoring department in favor of NRG. Here's AXB in the corner, trying to work something past Garrett, can't do so. Follow up there from Simple. Arsenal lurking in the box, cleared away by Justin, and the clear, or excuse me, the challenge. We'll go over to Garrett, shot down, turned away by Arsenal. Turbo. Justin lets it go by, gets one fender to go. The pass out to Turbo. It's beautiful for NRG, a 1-0 lead.
Justin takes it himself in the corner, faking out AXB. The mind game plays, and then he just hands it off to Turbo and says, you take it. I don't want it. Have the goal yourself. Turbo is always in position to support his players. Garrett and Justin, anytime they make a play, he's there to finish. And again, Justin making opportunities out of thin air.
Turbo has scored 7 of 9 goals in total for NRG. Here's Garrett trying to push it across one more time for NRG as Civical picks it up. Garrett can't get the read, that's a tough one. Justin has to go back down. Arsenal free airspace here.
Dunk.
Follow up there from AXB, good shot on target. Turbo was ready for it, and Garrett to clear it away. Turbo, another shot, saved away by Arsenal. NRG putting the 1-2 pass together.
Yeah.
And it's working out. Spacestation trying to find their footing. Great pass here. AXB trying to get a bump. The shots are coming for Spacestation, but NRG always ready.
It's a slow build-up, but Spacestation, they're progressing. Slowing the pace down a little bit, having people to receive a few more clears, and being fast with the ball like that with Arsenal and that pace.
Here's Typical, picks it up onto the dribble, but too big of a touch to keep it close, and Turbo there to clear it away. Garrett on the follow-up. Justin waiting patiently for this one to come off the back wall. Turbo there eventually to keep it in play. Garrett's up. Another touch off the back wall. Follow-up from Justin's there. The shot to the left just wide. And now Typical on the dribble. The counterattack on for Spacestation. Typical passing it across, but cut out by Garrett. And AXB got to save that one.
And a good read from him, using his flip, pre-flipping out into the middle, knowing if he didn't, he wouldn't be able to touch the ball and make contact. A great save from him. Spacestation a little bit more threatening right now, have a couple opportunities. Still haven't found that one finish though, that one shot that's going to bring him back to the game.
Typical Gets demoed away. Justin, lots of time and space, gets the flip, and the shot turned away by Arsenal. And Spacestation again has just struggled to get past anyone on the NRG side through the midfield. It's been really tough to keep them possession past the halfway point. Arsenal winning the challenge in the midfield. Turbo from his own corner. AXB.
Good pace.
He gets beat, so it's just typical in the back. Big clear comes out.
Oh my, and Justin, look at that. You see how fast he was to the ball. Jumps onto the ceiling and still gets the clear. Crazy performance from him so far this entire series.
Here's typical. Cut out by Justin. You called it, Turtle. So quick to read these plays. And he was going for two. A redirect there from AXB. But Garrett easily able to save that one away. Now off the ceiling. He's got a flip on target. Justin was there. And now Turbo. Another shot comes through. Tough to save. Almost came through a second time. Justin still threatening as Garrett's got to back off. Two go from Spacestation and Garrett there to pick it up. Typical to slow him down. So Spacestation only down by one. Got to find some offense.
They can still do it. That's a good opportunity there from Typical. But Garrett's luckily in position to cut off any shot.
Arsenal up for this one, does get the touch. Looking for one more from AXB. It's there. Can Arsenal get the redirect down towards his teammate? He does. The shot on target turned away. Two go from NRG. And they do get the clear. Now Justin. Tried to get by AXB, couldn't do so. Time ticking down, and Garrett picks this one up.
What's he gonna do?
Another touchdown. He gets a defender to go, almost puts it away. And Spacestation, hang on. Another shot to the back post goes wide. NRG heating up their offense in the final seconds.
And a demo from Justin. Throwing SSG off. They've only got one goal to score to stay in this game. 22 seconds left. Grand finals lurking in the background.
Right second, touch from Garrett, and Justin puts it home.
Garrett G in the corner. A big miss from Spacestation. You cannot afford to make those mistakes this late into the series. If you lose this, NRG are at match point in the series and one game away from a whole sweep of a best of 7.
Garrett again on the attack, 10 seconds left at this point. Spacestation need to score quickly.
They need a quick one.
This ball still on the Spacestation side. That bomb is going to hit one. Impossible now for Spacestation to tie this game back up. This ball close to hitting the ground. It will. NRG, one game away to the grand finals.
Turbo Pulsa really has always been. Oh, but look at. Okay, I'm so happy we get to see this again because it's probably one of the most satisfying goals we've seen all weekend long. The communication was there. Justin says, "Leave it for me." Fakes the clear. Man. It looked like he was going to go cross pitch, maybe even an initial handoff to Turbo, and he just turns around and destroys AXB on the defense.
Just left him hanging, and what a play. And NRG have just looked so good. 3 games now, every single one. So strong from them. SSG now shut out in game 3. They only put up 1 in the game before. But for Spacestation, they really need something to change here. The boost, like you talked about it in the intermission before the last game. Spacestation just couldn't find the boost. They were starved, especially in their own half. NRG just so quick to everything.
I mean, here's the thing, Turbo Pulsa, I'm so happy to see him getting involved as much as he is for NRG, because that is when they play at their peak, whenever he's cleaning up and finding themselves in really, really useful positions. You know, he's letting Justin and Garrett do all the dirty work while he stays in position, and is probably one of the best support roles you can get in Rocket League right now. Spacestation have got to find a way to counter this, break out of their own half, and they did a great job. They kept it within one goal, excuse me. It was a close game. The only issue is they were not able to find the back of the net, but now we've got match point for NRG.
Looking to sweep Spacestation as they are trying to reverse sweep, and here's a long shot, caught out. Turbo Pulsa couldn't get back, and Arsenal gets things going for Spacestation.
Arsenal, we've been waiting for him to show up all series long. He does with insane pace. Destroying NRG right there on the clear. And if you get up that fast, you've got an open net to shoot at.
So Spacestation start things off on the right foot.
Oh, a big bump.
Typical gets bumped out of the way, and NRG trying to put something together quickly to respond. Arsenal again on the attack. Off the back wall, tough touch there for Garrett. It comes down, Typical openness. Arsenal takes it away, but Spacestation get their second goal.
And back-to-back missed touches from NRG. Garrett G couldn't get the read, and then Turbo, a poorly timed flick. Probably didn't expect Garrett G to make that touch. And Spacestation, they're playing the punishing game right now.
And that's all they can ask for.
Yeah.
NRG has really almost been flawless.
This could be
but a great start.
The revival of Spacestation in this series right now.
And they need it. It's their last chance, and so far so good. Big clear. These are the types of clears the Spacestation needs, high into space to relieve that pressure from NRG. Here's Justin. He's got Garrett to the right. Garrett, another one off the back wall. Double touch for Garrett. A response from NRG.
Garrett G. This double touch was so fast, and the way he wrapped around the ball. Garrett G. A staggering double touch off the backboard. And he gets revenge and brings him one goal away from tying it up.
That's the first goal Garrett scored this entire series.
Oh, man.
And what a way to do it. Just over a minute in game 4. Typical couldn't get the touch there, threw off.
Nice little pop.
AXB shot on target, it goes in, it's Spacestation, now a 2-goal lead.
And there it is, Arsenal. Look at this little touch up, this little floater over to AXB. So much finesse on that initial touch gives AXB all the time in the world to aim that shot, get as much power. And Spacestation, that's one of the first goals we've seen where they're not punishing a misplay from NRG. And it's looking so much better.
So Spacestation getting the job done so far.
Yeah.
This is the Spacestation that we know and love.
We've been waiting for it.
We saw it yesterday. We saw it day 1. It had a little bit of a trip up yesterday, but coming into day 3, it's been tough against NRG in game 4 now. Really starting to come alive. Big clear here from AXB all the way down the field. Justin has Garrett on the right. Garrett on the left. Turbo wasn't there. Now Turbo. Shot coming down and a pass back. Garrett puts it by Justin on accident, so they got to go all the way to their own corner to get this one out. Here's Typical. Uncontested so far. Tried to go under one, couldn't get there in Arsenal now.
Good back pass.
A back pass.
Look at the possession though, Spacestation. They're really keeping the ball within themselves, finding teammates, communication so much better. And I feel like they're really spacing themselves out, finding better challenges against NRG, just every fundamental part of the whole. But Arsenal, the fake!
Whoa!
What? Wait, what is this?
Arsenal with the 4th goal for Spacestation, and a missed touch there from Justin.
He just let it drop.
And with no boost, Arsenal watches it go in, and he'll take it.
I think he might have went up looking for a double touch, or even a dunk maybe, and noticed that Garrett G was out of position, just let it drop down. Good awareness from Arsenal.
Things looking up for Spacestation, but they got to hang on to the lead. That's a pass back to Garrett. He has options. Cut off there by AXB. Here's Turbo. Gets past
Nice
one.
flick.
It's just Typical in the back. Typical does slow it down. Now AXB on the challenge. Garrett, he comes across. Open net for him on the right side. He'll take it.
The defense really in shambles here for Spacestation. A good challenge from Justin, forces it out into the middle for Garrett G. Nobody's really in net. Spacestation, that initial challenge just needed to be better, but now the gap slowly closing in again. It's just back and forth between these teams with Spacestation. That good showing at the beginning of this match is really what is keeping them in contention to blocking NRG from winning the series.
Just under 2 minutes. A lifetime for Spacestation to hang on. Here's Typical. A pass across. Almost. I think he got the block there.
I think that might have gone in.
It might have. Typical. Dunked away, but easily dealt with by AXB. And you mentioned it, Turtle, the possession game has been stronger from Space Station. They got to get this one out. Justin just here to interfere.
Even right there, you can see Arsenal. He's shadowing the defense, waiting for the long clear, looking to find a pass. And he blocks the challenge so that NRG really can't keep the pressure up, and it forces better midfield challenges. But then what are you going to do when Justin's coming across the side of the field?
And the pass hit with such pace that Justin can get all of this ball. You can see him arrow around. What a shot, 139 kilometers an hour.
And this is exactly why you want Turbo on your team, so that you can respond. But a great kickoff strategy so far for Space Station. Doesn't go their way. Almost counterattacked. Oh, but now Justin's alone.
Big clear here for AXB. Tough touch there for Justin. A big miss as well. And Arsenal there to punish.
Justin just couldn't get enough on this one hit. Placed it in the worst possible spot because it just bounced straight down. Arsenal got the 50-50 and forced it in. The approach was there, and that is such a good security goal for Space Station Gaming. They needed it, a minute left. NRG, they were starting to trailblaze a little bit, getting some momentum, but it's all denied now.
That goal crucial for Space Station. Huge. Justin lurking there on the back wall. 45 seconds left now. Let's see what NRG has in store. Can they make the comeback? That one's popped up. Dangerous ball here for NRG. It's all Space Station. The shot comes out from AXB and an open net to shoot on.
You can see Garrett G going into the corner, really looking for some boost, and he gets bumped.
Turbo gets slapped into his corner.
Turbo in the corner? Jeez. Trying to find some kind of boost. My goodness. Space Station looking so much better this game. It got a little bit scary, but my, they are really starting to tear it up. And Typical, he puts another one in.
Arsenal almost looked angry that they scored because he didn't score, but look at the touch from AXB and down. Typical, that third man waiting for his time to strike. And give credit to AXB and Arsenal. They have opened up the defense of NRG.
Definitely.
Letting their shooter and Typical come through.
It's the best possible situation for their play style right now. And the bumps came through, the aggression. Space Station have really amped it up. They don't want to get, swept at all. Oh my goodness, Arsenal.
A shot from Arsenal, almost better save there from Justin. Time ticking down. Basically impossible for NRG at this point to score more. And Space Station come roaring back in game 4.
You can see the relief on their faces. It's going to be a long journey to get this reverse sweep against NRG. But it's definitely possible. With the way they're playing, they're not only punishing NRG, but they're getting incredible plays, forcing them into uncomfortable situations. Like I said, we saw the bump from Turbo in the corner. The misplays from Justin, a few poor hits from him on the defensive side. And look at Arsenal, a bit of a fake. It's hard to say because Garrett G was stuck in the net.
He hit his crossbar. Garrett went up for this one, and he misread it on the approach. And he runs into his own crossbar there. And Arsenal, I'm not sure if he saw it. He had no boost. He couldn't do much else.
Right.
And you see him dancing there. He's feeling it. And he's got to be, NRG, it took him 2 games to put up 8 goals. And Space Station put up 7 in 1, making a statement that they are not going out here.
And that dance literally just says everything from Arsenal. He literally communicated that he's about to get a reverse sweep. He's confident in himself. He knows it's possible. He's hyped. And he applauds this challenge of NRG because he knows that they're playing so much better. And right now, I mean, even for Garrett in that last moment, that ball cam situation, it was just unfortunate for him. But just a few defensive mistakes from NRG that really led to Space Station to get some kind of fire and build up out of them.
Well, I think it was the most mistakes we saw at NRG in that single game. And credit to Space Station to be able to jump on it and punish over and over again. On to game 5, though. Can NRG close it out and move on to the grand finals, or Space Station write another chapter in this story? NRG on the attack first. Turbo loses that challenge. Typical trying to get up to the boost. Arsenal instead takes it and runs away with the ball, trying to put it across. Here's AXB off the back wall. A follow-up there, a shot near post. Turbo there to save it away. AXB the pass out, cut out by Turbo. Open space. He's going to try and push this one down into the box. Garrett can't get there. And the clear away. Things going to slow down. Garrett. Nobody there on the left side for NRG. Here's AXB. A touch out. Great pass from Arsenal to Typical, keeping that possession.
And look at it. It forced a big clear. Garrett G, not the best touch. But, I mean, look at the way they responded to even that great clear. It's amazing what both these teams can really do and the way that they can maneuver out of defense. I mean, it's unreal, the level of Rocket League that we're seeing right now.
Here's Garrett on the fake, has an open net, puts it away. He's done that before, and he does it here against Space Station.
Garrett G, so calm, so collected. He doesn't even want to hit the ball. Faking out everybody on Space Station Gaming, breaking axles. And that's the first goal that NRG get. They start with the momentum this time.
It's not the first time Garrett's had a big fake in a World Championship, and it's almost a very similar play.
It's almost a signature move for him at this point.
And what a way to score your first goal. Here's Arsenal, or excuse me, Typical.
Oh, out of boost.
AXB looking for that back wall once more, trying to starve this NRG defense. Arsenal keeping the pressure on, and a clear comes out. Garrett almost able to get the pre-flip on the ball. Turbo, looking for that second touch, can't do so. Typical does get by one. Low boost here. Picks up one pad to stay with it. Pops up, AXB goes, but Turbo beats him there.
Great speed. Now Justin again.
It's
Look
open.
At how fast they get to the ball. The open net. Turbo post, look at the pace. That is what's set up Justin. And then another defender is beaten to the ball.
It was that challenge from Turbo just to slow down AXB just enough. That ball goes out to Justin. He'll put it away. Everyone committed from Space Station, and now a 2-0 lead with 3 minutes left.
Match point for NRG. They're up 2 goals, but Arsenal, he wants to stop any momentum so far from getting built up. The grand finals is your reward right now for this series.
Here's Typical. AXB. Follow this one up. Justin to pick it up. Wins one challenge. Space Station trying to put something together. Trying to find each other downfield. This one goes out to Justin into the Space Station corner. Garrett's there. Shot on target. It goes in for NRG, and Space Station can do nothing about it.
The aggression from Garrett and Justin leading up that pass into the corner. The fact that Garrett G was able to hit that, but Justin, he trusted him so much to find that tight angle, to slot it in. They are playing outstanding right now. NRG have picked it up from their previous game. All the issues, all the mistakes, they're no longer there. Another one, Garrett G's there to finish it off, and he sets it up. 4-0 for NRG. This is a runaway game at match point.
People have asked for the peak form of NRG.
Wow.
You might have saw a glimpse of it in the playoffs, and NRG on day 3 have looked dominant over Space Station in game 5, a 4-0 lead with 2:13 left.
Space Station, there's 2 minutes left. They can do it. They need to start off right here. Something has to get scored.
They put up 7 in the last. We know this team is capable of racking up the goals.
They can do it.
Typical off the ceiling. Gonna get looked down, turned away. Garrett does well to pick this one out.
No, that's a big clear.
From Turbo. It's off the backboard. Garrett couldn't get it. Turbo backflips away. Justin will have his shot. Tries to fake by almost the entire team and cleared away by Space Station.
And even though they didn't get the goal, that wasted, what, 25 seconds? Still up 4-0. Space Station now, Arsenal off the ceiling. Trying to build something, start the movement, and yet it's just all quiet.
We've talked about the new generation of players. They've performed well throughout this World Championship and in their own respective league plays, but Space Station now, one last gasp of air for this generation into this World Championship. 1 minute to fight back.
Final 60, match point for NRG. There's a slot.
Oh, Garrett off the back of his own goal and makes the save. AXB thought he had an open net, and NRG run down the field. This one's in a dangerous spot. Justin off the back wall, trying to get a second. 2 go for NRG. Opportunity for Space Station, but Garrett does a good job to keep this one in.
The quality of touches, just stalling, keeping the possession, the control, but there's a shot early on net. Typical. There's 30 seconds left. 3 goals. Is it too much of a challenge for Space Station Gaming?
They at least give themselves a shot, but they need this kickoff to go in their favor. They need a couple of them. 10 goals, or 3 goals a second in 10 seconds. Turbo can't win the challenge. Justin, time ticking down.
Look at
the flip,
stalling.
the second touch. This one coming off the ceiling, and Arsenal, he's got to take this one away.
Maybe.
Space Station, they need a score now. Time
possible.
ticking down. And for NRG, 5 seconds. Back to glory. Back to a grand final. And NRG are gonna go back one more time. Turbo Pulsar. This is what he came on to do. And they've gotten there again in Season 8.
The moment that has come for NRG. One more series, and they've done it. So much energy around them. So many fans have been waiting for that one glorious moment. Garrett G, he's been here since the very beginning of RLCS history. They make it to the grand finals in Space Station Gaming. They get sent home, but you've got to applaud them, their effort, their tenacity to fight back in that series. It was looking scary for so many moments for NRG. Definitely possible for them, but it was just, what can you do?
For Space Station Gaming, it's a very interesting story. The first half of Game 1 looked pretty good from them. Responses coming out when NRG was putting them away, and then it just seemed to fall off there. And then Space Station put up 7 in the next couple. It's just, for Space Station Gaming, there's a lot of good here at the World Championship, but when it looked bad, it just seemed to fall apart, and it's tough. It's tough to take down a team like NRG.
And NRG, the ability to bounce back, I'm telling you, that one game that they lost to Space Station, it was brutal. Like, it wasn't even close. Space Station absolutely destroyed them that game. Once they started getting early momentum, it just snowballed in this huge effect. And the fact that NRG could bounce back after that, their mentality, they literally did not budge at all. They were just stone cold the whole time. They didn't move at all. Space Station tried to push them out the way, and it didn't happen.
Well, NRG get back to a grand finals for another time. Let's see what the Devs have to say.